marvelous night for a moon dance, with the stars up above in your eyes. A fantabulous night to make romance beneath the cover of October skies. And all the leaves on the trees are falling to the sound of the breezes that blow. And I'm trying to please to the calling of your heartstrings that play soft and low. And all the night magic seems to whisper and hush, and all the soft moonlight seems to shine in your blush. Can I just have one more moon dance with you, my love? Can I just make some more romance with you, my love? Well, I wanna make love to you tonight. I can't wait till the morning has come. And I know now the time is just right, and straight into my arms you will run. And when you come, my heart will be waiting to make sure that you're never alone. There and then all my dreams will come true, dear. There and then I will make you my own. And every time I touch you, you just tremble inside. And I know how much you want me that you can't hide. Can I just have one more moon dance with you, my love? Can I just make some more romance with you, my love?
Hey guys, this is Andrew with rockclass101.com, and in this week's ukulele lesson, we're going to be teaching you how to play Moondance by Van Morrison. Now, first off, I've got to give big props to the band, and that means Ashley for laying down a beautiful vocal and ukulele part, Evan for playing an incredible solo that he composed just for us, and of course, Steven for playing such a cool bass line. Now, let's go ahead and talk about the ukulele parts, because that's what you all are going to be learning with us. So this video is going to be the part 1 lesson, and in this video, Ashley's going to be teaching you how to play everything that she did to a T. Now, I think it's pretty obvious to say that her part is perfect for those of you who love to strum and sing. But there are a couple things that are a little bit tricky with it. Now, the chord work, what her left hand's doing, most of that is pretty straightforward. There's a few chords that are a little bit challenging, but I think there's really 2 aspects that make her part really challenging. And that's, number 1, the speed. This is a pretty quick tempo song, so it's a little bit challenging to get it up to speed. But number 2 is the fill. This is a song that's played with a swung rhythmic fill. So if you're new to understanding the difference between playing with a straight feel versus a swung feel, jump into this lesson because it's going to explain it to a T in full detail. Now, let's go ahead and jump into talking about what Evan did, because Evan's part, that really sweet ukulele solo, I'm going to be teaching you how to play that in the part 2 lesson, which you can watch by clicking this link or going to the site rockclass101.com and doing a search for Moondance. Now, also on that page is going to be the tabs that you can print off and follow along with for both Ashley's part and the solo, plus the really cool interactive on-screen tab viewer. So this is a really cool feature where you can hit play, you can watch the tabs scroll across in real time, you can highlight bars to loop sections, you can slow it down to any speed. Just a great asset in learning this song that much easier. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and hand it off to Ashley to teach you how to play this, and then I'll see you at the end of the video.
Hey y'all, I'm Ashley Orlando, and I am so excited to be sharing my arrangement of Moondance with you today. This song is going to be on a low G ukulele, and you'll notice throughout the song arrangement that I am using a swing feel. So if you're not familiar with how to play that swing style, you want to check out the video that Drew has all about swing. You'll notice on the sheet music that there are down and up strokes. The down strokes are represented by a little table, and the up strokes are represented by a V. You'll also notice S written throughout the score. That is a slap, or in some cases also known as a chuck, a chunk, a hit. It's basically where we're stopping the sound from ringing on our ukulele. Now, a lot of times you would use your right hand for this. You're going to notice that I actually use my left hand to mute. Let's dive into the intro, because once you've learned that, you've also learned both of the verses and a small portion of the outro. This is measures 1 and 2. Okay, so what we're doing in measures 1 and 2, this is a vamp that you will see throughout the song. Thankfully, there are only a few sections that will repeat over and over again. We're going to repeat this 2-measure intro 4 times. Now let's put the chords in. This is for the left hand. We're going to start with an A minor, but we're going to play that A minor the traditional way using our ring finger. Now, why in the world would we do that when we have 2 other fingers perfectly handy? Because we're going to slide on this G string. We have an A minor that switches to a B minor. All we're going to do is slide our finger up 2 frets, and we're going to bar the 2nd fret with our index finger. Okay, A minor, B minor. Practice that a few times. Then we move to a C chord, but we're not going to play the normal C chord that just uses 1 finger. We're going to play the second inversion, or the second version of a C chord, which normally looks like this, okay? But since we are in a B minor chord just before it, and this is a very quick transition, what we're going to do is we're going to shift our entire hand up 1 fret, and we're going to place our middle finger down on the C string 4th fret. Okay, so we are barring the 3rd fret entirely, a full bar, but we don't actually need this portion of the bar. It's just there for convenience. Okay, so really these 2 fingers are doing the work on the G string and the C string. That's measure 1. Now let's finish measure 2 before we move on to the rhythm, because really these 2 measures go hand in hand. So while we're in this C position, we look at measure 2, we need to go back down to the B minor. All we do is move our hand down 1 fret, and we pick up our middle finger. Okay, that was why we kept that full bar even when we played the C. And then finally, to finish off measure 2, we go back to our A minor. Okay, I told y'all that we were gonna slide on that G string, and this is why. All we're gonna be doing with our right hand is a down, up strum. But remember, I mentioned that this was a swing feel. So it's not gonna just be, it's gonna be, okay, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Now, in order to get that cool rhythm that Moondance offers for us, we want to add in some muting, some left hand muting. How am I going to do that? Well, as I am sliding up and down the fretboard, I am releasing pressure off of my fingers. This finger doesn't actually leave the G string, but I take the pressure off of it so that the string stops ringing. Let me demonstrate with a B minor chord because I'm covering all 4 strings, so you'll be able to hear the full effect. Okay, all I'm doing is pressing and then releasing, and as soon as I release, the sound stops. So we're gonna use our slides as muting. 1 and slide and hold and slide and hold and slide and hold and slide and. That's a mouthful. Let's try that again. 3, 4. 1 and slide and hold and slide and hold and slide and hold and slide and. Whew. When you're comfy with that, add a chuck during the slides. 1 and chuck and hold and chuck and hold and chuck and hold and chuck and. Let me play it again for you, because you'll find as you get used to this song that it's actually sometimes easier to feel these rhythms than it is to count them out loud or in your head. 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4. How's it going? And you can just keep playing that over and over again as you're practicing the vamp. All right, so that's measures 1 and 2, which we will use over and over in this song. Verse 1 is actually the same exact pattern, except we do it for double the length of time. We do it for 8 times through rather than 4. Let's try the intro all the way through verse 1, and I will sing the lyrics for verse 1. That way you can start getting acquainted with how they will fit into the rest of the song. Ready? 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Here we go. Well, it's a marvelous night for a moon dance, with the stars up above in your eyes. A fantabulous night to make romance beneath the cover of October skies. And all the leaves on the trees are falling to the sound of the breezes that blow. And I'm trying to please to the calling of your heartstrings that play soft and low. And that's the end of verse 1. Yay! You have learned a third of the song already. Now we move to the pre-chorus. This is the second large chunk of chords that you will want to learn. Measure 5. We're going to play a D minor 7, but for this particular measure, we're going to not just bar the 5th fret, we're going to add an extra note for color. We're going to add an extra F. and this is on the A string, 8th fret. Okay, so 5, 5, 5, 8. We're going to play 4 down strokes for this measure. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is actually going to be very much straight feel, right? We did a lot of swing for our 2-chord vamp that we played throughout the entire song so far. But this particular measure, we want it to sound very different, almost jarring to the listener, like, ooh, what was that? So we're going to have a very straight feel, all downstrokes, and we're going to play them very short notes, so staccato. All right, I like to use my pointer finger for this. You could use your thumb, but it's a little bit softer. So since I want this to kind of surprise the listener, I like to use my pointer finger. And the way that I'm making these notes staccato is I am, again, muting with my left hand. So I'm releasing the pressure. That's all I'm doing. So that is measure 5. Measure 6, on the other hand, we're going to do the total opposite. We're going to play these notes, let them ring out, all right? And we're going to add that swing feel back in. So measure 6 is an A minor chord, which most of you have probably played an A minor before, but we're going to spice it up a little bit. We're going to add this E note on the A string, 7th fret, okay? If this is a bit of a stretch for you, watch Drew's video on how to learn to work your hand a little bit in a healthy way, how to be able to get to those notes more comfortably. Now, if that's really tricky for you right now, I can offer you an alternative. Play the 3 strings closest to the ground with your middle finger on the E string, 5th fret, and your pinky, again, still on that 7th fret of the A string, okay? So it sounds like that. You can technically play the G string as well, but especially if you have a low G, I find that it clouds the sound a little bit. I really like this version because it gives you the right note that we want to hear on that low G string. So if you play this option, you might want to try and just play these 3 strings closest to the ground. The rhythm for measure 6 goes like this. 1, 2, and 4, and. 1, 2, and 4, and. Okay, so notice that and of 4, I'm coming up, but I'm not actually letting any sound ring. I'm not hitting the strings. Measure 6 will sound like this. 1, 2, and 4, and. Let's play it together. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 4, and. Now measure 7 is a D minor 7, but this time we are not going to add our little extra color note, okay? And we're going to purposely play this with our middle finger. 5, 5, 5, 5. The reason for this change is because we're alternating between this A minor and the D minor, okay? So if you're in this position already, the easiest way to get to the D minor is actually to use one of your middle fingers. And since my strongest and longest finger is my middle finger, that's the one that I generally shoot for. So measure 7 is a D minor, but again staccato. We're gonna do our muting, our left hand muting. The only difference is we're playing it with our middle finger and we're not adding that extra color note. Measure 7, the rhythm is 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, I usually use my pointer finger for this to get that piercing sound. Measure 8 is exactly the same as measure 6 at A minor. 1, 2, and 4. Let's play measures 5 through 8 all together. 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you accidentally play on the and of 4 in beat in measure 8, it's okay. Now we're moving on to measure 9, which is exactly the same as in measure 5. We've got the D minor 7 with our color note, single down strums, 1, 2, 3, 4. Measure 10 is exactly like measure 6 with our A minor, 1, 2, and 4, and. Then measure 11 is where things change up slightly. So we're gonna still go to the D minor 7 using our middle finger, just like in measure 7, but the rhythm is gonna be different here. All right, we're playing a triplet. This is a quarter note triplet that starts on the and of 1 and lasts the duration of a half note. Now, that's a mouthful. I find it's a little bit easier to feel this. The rhythm for measures 11 and 12 will sound like this. 3, 4, rest, triplet, rest, rest, triplet. So let's hear that with the chords. We've got that D minor 7 that we saw in measure 7, rest, down, up, down, and then we release pressure so that it's nice and crisp. Then we go into measure 12, again, rest, triplet, but we change chords. And it's useful that we're still using our middle finger at this point, because for the E7 in measure 12, we can place our index finger down on fret 4, lift our middle finger up, and add it to the A string, 5th fret for our E7. Okay, so measures 9 through 12 will sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rest, triplet, rest, rest, triplet. Let's put measures 5 through 12 all together. This is the entire pre-chorus. I'll sing along with you so that you can get used to the words over these chords. 1, 2, 3. And all the night's magic seems to whisper and hush, and all the soft moonlight seems to shine in your blush. Yeah, great job. Let's move on to chorus 1. Now, I have some really good news for you. Chorus 1 is exactly the same as the intro and verse 1. Yes. At least playing wise. You're going to be singing different words if you're singing. So let us play through chorus 1. We're going to repeat our little vamp, our 2-measure vamp, 3 times. And then I do want to point out at the end, the 4th time that we repeat, we're going to be doing something a tad bit different. So let's look at measure 15. We have our A minor to our B minor, but we don't go to the C here. That is the only difference, okay? Measure 15, the rhythm goes 1 and hit and hold and hit. And then measure 16, we hold for a rest, a full beat rest, and then we hit the E7, which we saw earlier, the same position. We hit that on 2. We hold it 2, 3, 4. So measure 15 through 16 again is 1 and chuck and hold and chuck. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me play the entire chorus 1 for you. You will recognize the first 3 times that we go through this progression, and then I'll add on that extra bit at the end. 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3. Can I just have one more moon dance with you, my love? Can I just make some more romance with you? Here's the different part. My love. Okay? So notice that the only real difference is that I don't go to that C chord. I stop right before it. I play the A minor and the B minor, but then I mute with my left hand and I go directly to the E7. One of the things that I love about this song is that there are really only 3 main sections of different chords that you need to learn, right? We've got our 2-bar vamp, that I have explained already to you. We have the pre-chorus chords, which you've now seen. And for the chorus, the first time through, we just went back and played the same chords as the intro and verse 1. But the next couple of times that the chorus shows up, we'll actually play different chords. And that's really the last major chunk of chords that you'll need to learn. So you have almost learned everything that you need for this song. Verse 2 is exactly the same as verse 1. So yes, you've already learned that. And the pre-chorus is the same as pre-chorus number 1. You do have different lyrics though. 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3. Well, I wanna make love to you tonight. I can't wait till the morning has come. And I know now the time is just right. And straight into my arms you will run. When you come, my heart will be waiting to make sure that you're never alone. There and then all my dreams will come true, dear. There and then I will make you my own. And every time I touch you, you just tremble inside. And I know how much you want me that you can't hide. Yeah, how'd you do on that? All right, we are to chorus number 2. I mentioned earlier, this is the third section, major section that you'll need to learn, and then you know almost the entire song. Yeah. What we're gonna do for chorus number 2 is we're gonna move things up the fretboard. We're gonna play A minor 7 and B minor 7, alternating throughout. And really, we're gonna be vamping on these chords, kind of like we did in the intro with those 3 chords, but this time it's just 2. Now, what we're gonna do is make the D minor 7 shape that you probably know down here, 2, 2, 1, 3. We're gonna move it up all the way to frets 8, 9, and 10. It becomes an A minor 7 up here. And then since A is 1 whole step or 2 frets away from B, right? 2 frets below B, all we need to do to get a B minor 7 is move this shape up 2 frets, 1, 2. Measures 27 and 28. I'll do these together because they really kind of go together like those initial measures 1 and 2 at the very beginning of this song. We have 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. So you'll notice we're playing a lot on those offbeats again. That's what helps make this song feel really swingy. All together, it's gonna sound like this. And again, I find that this song, in so many ways, it's easier to feel than it is to count. So don't be afraid if you lose count, if you're trying really hard to keep that in your head. Think more about singing the song and feeling the song, and it should come a little bit easier. 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4. Just going to repeat that over and over. Okay, I did it a lot more times than we need to for the chorus, but you get the idea. You want to practice that until you can go back between the A minor 7 and the B minor 7 very easily. So we're going to play this A minor 7 to B minor 7 progression for 6 measures. Measures 27, 28, 29, and 30. 31, 32. Then in measure 33, just like in chorus 1, we're going to end our progression the 4th time through a little bit early so that we can play an E7 in measure 34. All right, this time though, the E7 will be higher up on the fretboard because we are moving and we want to stay up here to create a little bit more drama, a little bit more interest as the song goes on. You don't want to always play the same thing because then the listener can get a little bored. The rhythm for measures 33 and 34 are 1 and chuck and hold and chuck. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me play chorus 2 for you all together. Once you get the hang of it, I think you're going to have a lot of fun with this progression. 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, let's try that all together, and this time I'll sing the lyrics. That way, again, you can practice orienting yourself in this song. 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3. Can I just have one more moon dance with you, my love? Can I just make some more romance with you, my love? So dramatic, right? Now, if you have an instrumental player like we have in our demo video, you can add a verse 3 at this point in the song. I'm going to skip that for now because we already know how to comp through an entire verse and a pre-chorus, and even the next time around for the chorus. So I'm going to go straight to the outro. The outro starts with our vamp from the very beginning. Remember in the intro? Okay, we're going to play that again, but this time we're going to play it 6 times. And then we'll add on a special tag at the very end. Since you already know the vamp part that we will repeat 6 times, I'm going to go straight to measure 55 and teach you the part that's a little bit different. Measures 55 and 56, we're going to be playing triplets. Remember that. Triplet, 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 triplet. That's the feel. But we're going to be changing chords in our left hand. So for the first half of measure 55, we have an A minor, triplet. Then we move to a G chord, triplet. Measure 56, we have an F chord, triplet. And an E minor chord, triplet. Measure 57, we break up that pattern, do a whole note on a D minor, and we finish the song, measure 58, with an A minor. Altogether, measures 55 through 58 sound like this. Triplet, 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 triplet. Whole note and A minor. Let's play those measures together, and I'll sing the words that will go on top of this portion of the outro. We're going to play all down strums, and I like to use my thumb for this part of the song. 1, 2, 3. Can I just have one more moon dance with you, my love? You'll notice in the performance video that I did a little bit of scatting here. You can make this part your own. You don't have to do exactly what I did, or you could leave it out and play a little something fancy on your ukulele if you want to give that a shot. But this is a part that's open to interpretation. 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 6, we're going to the end. Can I just have one more moon dance with you, my love? Great job. Thank you so much for sticking with me on this song. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see y'all on the next one. Bye-bye.
All right, guys, so this week's ukulele lesson was a ton of fun. This is such a feel-good, awesome, happy-sounding tune, and I've always been a big fan of it for that reason. Now, I do want to remind you that if you want to learn the solo that Evan played, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to do that in the Part 2 lesson, which you can watch by clicking this link right here, or going to the site rockclass101.com and doing a search for Moondance. Don't forget that on that page was the tabs that you can print off to keep for your records for Ashley's part and for Evan's part, plus the really cool interactive on-screen tab viewer, so you can literally hit play, you can highlight bars, loop sections, slow it down, all that fun jazz. And last but not least, we're actually going to have a backing track. So if you're learning the solo with me in the part 2 lesson, we'll have a little snippet that you can download. So once you learn the solo, you can play it with the band, and we'll have a few different speeds, like 100% speed and 75% speed. So all of that's going to be on the page. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this lesson, and I'll see you in the part 2 one. Take care.